It's a big deal to make your bed the right way when you're in prison. So when I first got to the prison in Dublin, California, they had these old cloth mattresses. And the women loved them, even though they were really gross. I mean, you imagine 30 years of a mattress is not great, right? So they decided to get rid of the mattresses, and it was this big thing on the compound. We were all supposed to take our mattresses outside and throw them on the ground, and then they would have a big forklift come move them all, and they were giving us these hard plastic mattresses. Well, imagine if you slept on the same mattress for 8 or 10 years. Like, that's a big deal to let go of, right? But it wasn't sanitary, so, and you should have seen the girls when they were trying to get rid of the mattresses. Girls were hiding them in the showers. Everybody was out. It was a full-on come apart in the unit. But eventually all the mattresses were removed and we got these hard plastic mattresses. But here's the thing, you got to tie your mattress the right way. They give you these 2 scratchy blankets and 2 sheets in prison. And if you're lucky, you get a pillow. So the way that it works is you take one of those scratchy blankets and you cut strips of fabric off of a t-shirt or whatever, and you tie it really tight around the mattress so that it's like probably military tight, right? And then you sleep on top of that. But you don't just sleep on top of it. You take your 2 sheets and your other blanket and you fold them up at the end of your bed. And then at night, you lay one of the sheets out and you sleep on top of the sheet that's on top of the tied blanket on the mattress. And then you put the other sheet over you and then the scratchy blanket so it's not on top of your skin. And then if you have a neighbor that snores or a bunkie, that's no fun, right? Especially if you're in open bays. I always felt sorry for the girls that snored because the whole unit, it was just uncomfortable. But what I did was either you try to find an earplug, some prisons sell them, others you have to get it as contraband. But for me, because I had an MP3 player that had headphones, I would take one of those headphones and put it in the ear that was going to be up, and then I'd wrap a towel or a t-shirt around my head. And here's the crazy thing. Even when I got home, I still have to sleep with an earplug, like one of the radio kind, because it's the kind that's comfortable, and I still wrap a t-shirt around my head. The other thing you better make sure you do is you have a good morning routine. So like when you get up at 5 in the morning, you better already the night before have your stuff all folded on top of the locker because you don't want to be opening and banging your locker because that's just rude. So I would have everything folded up the night before, go to bed, get up quietly, fold all my sheets and blankets and everything, have them at the end of the bed, get my stuff and head out to the shower and get out the unit.